New York City is a fashion capital of the world. But on a side street of Manhattan, where the glow of neon gives way to shadows, there exists a boutique so small you could walk past it 100 times and never notice it. One woman did notice it. We'll call her Lila. Lila was drawn in not by the display, there was none, but by something she couldn't explain, a faint tug at her attention, as if the store itself had whispered her name. Inside, the boutique was cramped, crowded with racks of vintage gowns, lace gloves, and satin shoes. Behind the counter sat a woman with wicked eyes and a soft smile, an unusual combination. Lila's hand fell on a black evening gown, heavy silk with beadwork that shimmered in the low light. It was exquisite, yet a bit kitschy, perfect for the Halloween bash she'd be attending that night. But there was something else. When her fingers brushed the fabric, she felt a warmth, like a pulse. The shopkeeper saw Lila in the gown. "Like a glove," she said, and smiled. That evening, Lila slipped into the gown. It clung to her as if sewn for her body alone. She admired herself in the mirror, taller, sharper, more radiant. But as she turned, the reflection lagged. And for the briefest second, just as she was turning away, it was not herself in the mirror, but another woman, pale, with hollow eyes and lips stained dark as wine. The vision vanished quickly, going unnoticed. At the party, strangers stared, some with awe, some with fear. Lila felt emboldened, almost possessed by a new, exciting energy. She left the party with a group of strangers, something she'd never do, and went out on the town, sipping champagne, gliding in and out of late-night parties where she didn't belong. In photographs, her face appeared blurred, her eyes not her own. Later, at home in what had to be a dream, a woman's voice hissed, "Give me back what's mine." The scent of lavender and old dust filled her room, and in the corner, she swore she saw a figure, head cocked, wearing the very dress. Desperate for answers, Lila returned to the boutique, only to find the store gone. In its place, an abandoned storefront, windows filmed with dust, long out of business. A neighbor told her that decades ago, the shop's owner, a vain socialite named Evelyn Marlowe, was strangled to death by a jealous suitor at, of all things, a Halloween bash, while wearing her prized black gown. There were rumors whispered that Evelyn's spirit never left the dress. Lila knew this to be true. She also knew that the spirit wanted more than the gown. It wanted to live again. That night, Lila stuffed the gown back in its box and placed the box on a shelf deep in her closet. Or that's what she meant to do. But when she looked in the mirror, the gown was not in the closet, but on her. Lila tried ripping the gown from her body, but it clung to her like a second skin. In the mirror, Evelyn's face stared back, not her own. The voice was no longer a whisper, but a demand. "Give me back what's mine, my life." The beads cut deep into her flesh as the gown pulled tighter, the fabric rising over her skin like living muscle. Lila gasped as her reflection began to move without her. Evelyn's hands lifting where hers shook, Evelyn's lips curling into a smile she did not feel. The spirit wasn't just reclaiming the dress, it was claiming Lila. When shopping for clothes, if you should happen upon a boutique of interesting wares and come across a vintage black gown, exquisite, the price is right. Do not buy it, for that gown is the taker of souls and will lead you to an eternal celebration where the champagne pours and the music never ends on the crossroads.